Good evening. My name is Kathy Bledsoe, and I'm a very proud board member of the University Family YMCA. I am also a teacher. And as a teacher, and you probably heard it in Jeremy's talk too, we have really strong beliefs about people. We believe the very best. Everybody is doing the best they can at the time, and everybody can do even better with support. So my why story starts with a cancer diagnosis. I was diagnosed with cancer. I had never been to the Y before. I don't have a long story, but I have a very intense story. After the treatment, I was lucky enough to be alive, and I knew how lucky I was. And I believed there was a purpose for me that I wasn't currently living, and I didn't know what it was. So what I needed to do first was to get healthy. So I joined the Y and worked at getting healthy. I was lucky enough at that time to be a part of a group of, it was called the HighLow Program, and it was a group of older women. And I loved that group. It was inspiring. These were women my age and older. Betty was 95, and she came every class, and we worked together. And I was inspired not only to get healthy, but to get really well, and to find my purpose. So I started volunteering. I didn't teach anymore. I started doing something different, and again, waiting for the universe to unfold to find out what I was supposed to do. So in that process, I joined the membership committee at the Y. And after working there, I did what I normally do, and that is every time something comes up, I say, would you like some help? Can I do this? And finally, after a while, Tavia, who was the membership chair, said, you should think about being a member of the board. And that unfolded, opened up, and not only did I join the board, but at that time, the current community outreach membership, current community outreach committee chair had decided that he needed to move to something different. So I was asked to do that work. And that was where I found my purpose. I know, as I said, I have a strong belief people are doing as well as they can, the best they can. But in order to really support people, we can't tell them what they need. We have to ask questions and we have to listen. So that's what we did. Our community outreach group went out, and we had targeted specifically community-based service providers because we believed they had a lot of information to share. They were face-to-face with families all the time. So we asked them, what were the strengths? And we were looking specifically at North Seattle because in North Seattle, there is a stereotype, there are no problems. But that is not the case. We have as many problems, we have as many issues, we have children who live in North Seattle in poverty. We have a growing demographic, a large immigrant population, a lot of diversity in the North. And that was what we wanted to share. And so we decided, the rule that I have is if you take information, you put it together and you give it back again. And so we decided it was time to have a conference. And that conference was going to be a very simple gathering. We would bring together all the people we talked to, and we would tell them what they said. Sounds simple? We would make it short, 2 hours long. And we would make it in a fairly central position where there was lots of parking. So we were able to do that, and Steve obliged by saying he would be our funding source. It didn't cost too much. It cost money, but not too much. But it was an inspiring group. That group came together and talked about not only what they did, but how they could help each other. And that became the focus of Connections. We had another Connections conference this past year in May. We had 45 organizations the first year. This year we had close to 100, and it was just word of mouth. So we are very excited about finding out about North Seattle from the group that live and work there. And in terms of social responsibility, which is what I was supposed to be talking about, I just want to tell you, I have some beliefs. I have beliefs about teaching and beliefs about life, but I also have beliefs about social responsibility. And one of them is that we all make a contribution. Every one of us wakes up every day with a reason why we're here, a purpose to live. And by talking to people, encouraging people to take action, that's how they live their purpose. The second thing I know is everybody wants to help. Sometimes they just don't know exactly what to do, and they may need some encouragement that way with, here's something that would be possible, or would you like to join a group to make it happen so you don't have to do it alone? That works too. And the third thing, and I knew this when I worked in education, there are a variety of resources out there. People, time, then money. If we let money stop us, we never really create what it is we are meant to create. But money is important to help do some things. So it is part of our social responsibility to give ourselves, to give our heart, to give our actions, and then to give the time.